a billfold. So swole that I can't get the shit closed. So I money fold and rubber band wrap. And when it pop.
We're live, Rip. Well, 10 seconds in, baby.
All right. Here's my picture from the gym today, 4 hours ago. Said I was already done. Everybody else,
Big gold.
everybody
and a
else is sucking
billfold.
ass. I'm being a star at the gym, already pumped up, ready to go. Got my heels.
You had the same
on.
shirt on. Did you not sweat at all?
No,
Is that
I
what
don't
that
sweat.
smell is?
Let me see.
Man. So you wore that shirt to the gym and then
Yeah,
you wore
but
it here
I
to
work
Lila
out-
Studios?
I work out where I don't sweat because it's cold in there.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Do you work out with Eric Jimenez?
I'm getting him ready for Mr. Olympia on the kayfabe.
So you guys work out together, though?
Yeah. Uh-huh. That's why that's how he lost 6 pounds in 1 week. He wasn't like you being heavy.
Hmm.
And then you lost 11 pounds because you got to get into APOX thing. And you got to get in. You got to get into it by
You got
by Monday.
Monday, baby.
By Monday, I got my Fred and Toby microphone right here.
You guys hear us all right?
I got my coffee. I got my Doritos. I got my pop.
the BS Kid.
I got my
Buckshot
phone
Kid
right
in the
here.
house. He missed last week, Rip.
Well, where was
here.
he at?
I don't know, but he's the first one in here today. Hello,
Come on,
Rip and
Buckshot,
Vaughn.
get your shit together.
Dennis Ramsey says subscribe to Rip and Shot Buck Kid.
And Scott Armstrong
Donate
mentioned
funds,
the Hustler
baby.
on his podcast. Share says he would bring Rip pecan pies from a fan who adored.
Yeah,
the
you're just getting right into it, huh,
Does
Rip? You're
Rip
just getting right
remember-
into questions and stuff.
I can't hardly read.
I mean,
that.
my Lord, we ain't even said subscribe and like and all that stuff yet. Plug
Well,
your book.
you gotta plug my book.
You're just itching to answer these questions
Well, I
today,
get-
aren't you?
you know.
Just get this book. The book on pro wrestling, Lessons with Rip Rogers. Go get that. I've got a
Vince-
copy right here.
Yeah, Vince the Prince. He made that book, Vince the Prince.
If anybody wants it, whatever it is on Amazon, I'll sell you this one for half price.
Well, you devalued my book.
Go like this video right now. Everybody did last time. It was awesome. Like. Go give us a bunch of likes
And
here. Smash that like button.
You know, you
Subscribe. Give us some membership, baby.
You'd like to smash Mandy Rose, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I would. She's hot, man.
Oh my God,
George, I don't know who George is, but he's in here. Says hello, gentlemen.
Jorge,
Big
George.
Al Robinson in the house.
Oh right, don't get any better than
Poffo Maniac. He's back, baby. He was commenting on some of the old ICW stuff, I think it was.
that. Old? What are you trying to say? You trying to say I'm old or
Well,
what?
yeah. I mean,
Okay, I just checking.
now we can get to a question.
I'll
if you
be
want to.
69 in a few weeks.
Will you really?
Yeah.
You got big birthday plans?
No.
No.
What day is it on? I don't know.
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't. Well, I know the day.
You don't know the date of your birthday.
No, I know the date, but not what day it is. Like Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday. I'll probably, get the stuff from a lot of hot women probably trying to get a hold of me that day.
What's the date, man? I'll take you out to eat.
February 7th.
February 7th.
Yeah.
Send Rip some birthday money here. February 7th is his birthday. You can send it now if you want. February 7th. I'll take you out to eat, Rip.
Did I mention about Eric Jimenez losing that weight?
I am so sick and tired of hearing about Eric Jimenez. I can hardly stand it.
Well, he told
So,
me
you know,
that
if I'm tired of hearing about it, all our 7 fans out there right now, Rip, they're probably tired of hearing about it too.
Oh, well, I couldn't remember if I said, I got amnesia or whatever when old people can't remember nothing.
Amnesia.
What day it is, where I'm at.
February 7th on a Tuesday. You'll be working.
Well, it means you'll have to go early.
Okay.
You're going to take me down to Seymour and go to Larison's?
Well, hell no.
Okay, I was just,
Seymour? And
Yeah.
then get back for work and the kids. I got to get the kids off the bus at 2:30.
oh, well, okay. Well,
All
I
right.
just asked a question.
All right, let's go to Seymour, man.
Okay, I don't want to.
Larison's, here we
won't-
come, baby.
You
February
won't be in
7th,
anyway.
Rip
because-
Rogers, Von Linus, Larison's,
You
here we
won't
come.
be in anyway
Yeah.
because you'll be at APOC's wedding.
Not on
on
February
Monday.
7th. That's Monday is not February.
Oh,
it's
hell.
only the 20th right now. Monday's in 3 days.
Okay.
All right, let's get to some questions, Rip. You
So
were trying.
You should be back then. All right.
Yeah, it should be back. Yeah. Scott Armstrong mentioned the Hustler on his podcast yesterday. Man, everybody's got podcasts. Saying he would bring Rip pecan pies from a fan who adored the Armstrong family. Does Rip remember any of that?
No. Did it happen? Probably, yeah. Well, I was busy pouncing so much free food out of all them.
How do you not remember
Fans.
somebody bringing you pecan pie?
Well, it might have happened. I don't know. Well, hell, I was busy just trying to get free food all the time.
Okay. Or you could still remember it.
Well, you asked me if I did. Oh, I should. Oh, say yeah. Oh, yeah. I remember it.
There you go. That's
Yeah,
good.
it was May 24th, June the 7th, July 23rd, and August 16th, 1984.
Awesome.
How's that?
Now tell us a good story about it. Like, was it a good pie? Like,
It was the greatest pie I had that day.
oh, there's a follow-up question to that, Rip. But it's
Uh-oh.
from Michael Costello. He is in green. He's a member, so we're going to
Oh,
answer
well,
this.
hell, we're going to answer the shit out
So
of
make
that.
something really good up, Rip, if you
Okay.
don't remember. And were there times that he wishes he was a baby face in order to get booked or baked goods from the old ladies?
Well, see what happened with the old ladies. Yeah, see the baby faces, they got all the hot women, and let's see, the heels will get the freak women, and then all the old ladies and the young girls, they'd bake all the food for the baby faces.
Mm-hmm.
And in the heels, if they did it, it might have fucking stuff to make you take a shit and everything, like a
Laxative.
a laxative in this, or they'd gimmick it and pee in something. Here's a milkshake for you. Of course, I pissed in it, put a couple turds in it or whatever. So as being
Right.
a heel you didn't ever take any food. It's like when your wife or girlfriend hates you and she fixes you some food and you make her eat it first or make her drink it first to see if it kills her, because she's going to get your ass.
All right, Michael, I'll try again with your question. So Michael basically understood everything you just said. So his question was,
Oh,
did you ever wish you were a baby face so
No.
you could get the baked goods from the old ladies?
no, I wanted to be a heel. It was more fun. Being a baby face is boring. Jesus fucking Christ. Sitting there just listening, talking to them fans, listen, they're crazier than a bed bug anyway. You want to be with the heel where you got the hot women that are crazy. And they're nuts, but they're hot. They want dirty shit. Oh, hell yeah. They wanted a real man. They wanted a wild guy. They wanted a badass. They didn't want no simp.
If you guys haven't been on the channel lately, I put out some matches yesterday, the other day, whatever day it was.
They were the
Rip,
greatest matches that you put on yesterday.
Rip versus
Ever.
Wahoo McDaniel. Go check it out. Rip versus Hector Guerrero. Go check it out. And the one that got the most views, I think it's because you were calling out Ric Flair, which you were during that whole match.
No. I was talking about Tommy Rich
I
and
thought you said
Gordon.
Ric
No,
Flair.
I said and Rich. It was Rich.
Did-
And Gordon Soley said
Ric
something
Flair
about,
then,
yeah,
didn't
but
he?
I know, but I didn't.
Well,
It's
better-
all about Rich.
Okay.
Tommy Rich. I was working a program with him.
Then why did Gordon? Why wasn't he smart on that? Why did he?
He was probably Gordon was usually half tanked on there to begin
Did he
with.
drink a lot?
Oh my God! Oh hell yeah! You're gonna see him at the airport. Woo!
Really? Oh well, I put that in the headline of the video. It's probably anyway. It got us a lot of views. So.
Okay, well in that case, just do it again.
Yeah. Let's see what else we got here. Haven't been to the questions yet. Do you have a link to the book on Amazon? Make sure you're buying from the right place.
Uh-oh.
I think it's in the all our videos I put out there. I believe there's a link. If you go and click on the description, I think there's a link to the Amazon book in our description of every single video, pretty much almost all videos that I put out there.
Libra's being his usual horny self. He knows I'm
Oh,
such
you're skipping. Any videos of Rip versus Randy Savage in late 1982 or promos by either of the bout?
No.
Did you guys work each other in 82?
Just one time.
You don't have that on video anywhere?
No.
Looks like no. Frank Spicklebarrel says, hammer that button. Ben McLean in the house. Yo, what's up, boys? What's up, Ben?
God.
And then your best friend, Rip. Man, you got a lot of friends.
Well, I can't help it. I'm just
The
a
ones,
popular
these
guy.
excite you, man. I can tell, like,
No,
nothing excites you more than when...
I excite Libra.
Happy birthday. My face is your present to
Mhm.
use any way you feel like it.
Well, like he's gonna be, his throat's gonna be okay.
What's his face is a head scissors toy.
Yeah.
How about one of the guys picking up a cross-dresser man by mistake? Is that like a question there? Like a specific?
Well, I remember Gary Albright. He come into Puerto Rico, and I got him on his rum and coke. So Gary was half blitzed. So we went downtown, and I took him down to see Mikey, Michelle. Of course, Gary thought it was a girl. It was a guy. So he pleasured Gary. And I told him, I said, Mikey was a guy. He thought he was a girl. He said, take me back down there. And he looked at Mikey and he goes, damn. I said, well, what do you think? He goes, well, I come. What the hell, right? I said, well, you're right, Gary. You come. What the hell, right? So what the hell?
Gary's still alive?
No, he died. He had a heart attack.
Good thing he's not watching this show.
Oh, Gary was one of the coolest motherfuckers. He was married to one of the Samoans, Afonseca's daughters.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh. And he was a badass. I remember he scared this guy once. So Gary had a big gaff in his face where a guy knifed him. Some guy, Gary would, he weighed about 350, and he was an NCAA All-American at Nebraska. And he was funnier than shit. But when old Gary get drinking, whoo, he would get aggressive and an obnoxious motherfucker.
Nice. Michael Costello, you're going to have to watch episode 48. We just answered that question of yours on episode 48. We just recorded it. It'll be out Monday, maybe, because I'm at a wedding on Monday in Tampa.
And you got to lose all that weight to get in your pants.
Rick Victor of the Ascension, my former tag team partner, he's getting married. We're not getting married. He's getting married on Monday.
Is that number 7 or what?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I'm not here to throw.
I didn't
Victor
ask. I
under the
just
bus,
asked
man.
a question. Well, that's like Wahoo was married, I think, 6 times. You know, I said, Chief, what's that? He goes, oh, that's 6. She's number 6. Yeah. I said, is she going to last? He goes, well, she'll last if she lets me drink, lets me play golf all I want to, and don't tell me what to do. So what the hell, right?
So, yeah, Michael, we touched on the Tommy Rich being shortchanged as one of the top baby faces. Episode 48. It's going to be on there.
No, you asked me the question. I didn't answer because
don't ruin it.
I got to
Rip.
think
Don't
I got to think
don't-
top 10 and write stuff down. I go, who's in the this during that time? This
Why you got to run it for?
I didn't ruin it.
What kind of? You just told him what we talked about.
No, because I was going to give you the double secret probation thing. Go, ha ha! I got you. I ribbed you, Frank Pickleberry, and everybody else.
It was Michael Costello.
Okay, but I got Franco Pickleberry. He's out there. Oh, I ripped the hell of a fart.
Great. Did Rip give George Hill
Oh, crybaby.
as much shit as several ICW workers elaborated to me?
To what now?
Crybaby was an expert in Florida, 1960s, as he lived in Tampa, Florida.
Crybaby did?
Did you give him a bunch of shit, Rip?
About what?
I don't know. Anything.
Crybaby?
Yeah.
Well, we ribbed Crybaby about everything.
So, yeah, sounds like it. Was he what was he? Wrestler?
Oh, he was. Let's see. He was a referee. He was a wrestler. He did our ads for the paper. He took the money at the fucking shows. He's with every fucking trip with us. He was a hell of a guy, man.
Why'd you rib him so much?
Well, because he was cross-lighted. He talked like he is, and we just ribbed him about everything. Oh, I'd always get him posing.
Sounds like bullying.
He was not bullying. He had the time of his life.
Did he?
Yes. Are you kidding? He got to hang out. He was in the wrestling business. He's with the fucking rats. He's making the towns every night. Shit, he had the time of his motherfucking life.
Sounds like it. Dennis Ramsey just shoveling snow, Rip. All right, Dennis.
We ain't got no snow here.
Man Beast in the house today.
Oh, Beast is in. All right.
Is Rip packed today? I don't know.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
No,
wait a minute.
Don't pull that shit
No, wait a
out.
minute.
No,
No, I
fuck
am.
that. No.
I'm going to show you right now.
No, I do not want to put that fucking shit in right now.
Yes, I am packed. So Beast,
turn this
Man
fucker
Beast,
off.
yes, I'm
Pull that
packed.
shit out.
Oh, look. I got he's really I got him all upset. And am I really packed? Hell yeah. Hell yes.
Horrible,
And if you could bet your life on it, I'd take your life.
horrible question, Beast.
That was a great question. Ask me anytime because I'll always be hey, I could pull that 10-pound note from England I got that I keep in my billfold out, right?
That doesn't impress me really.
Well, it does because that's what I had I want it for being packed.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I know.
Well, you're just mad because you're not packed.
No, I don't. No, not at all.
Did you want to be packed?
Any Adrian Adonis stories, Rip?
Oh, he was a bully.
Was he?
Oh, yeah.
Maybe. No, wait a second. You just told me all the stuff you did to Crybaby. I said,
Yeah.
Sounds like you're a bully. He's like, oh, no, Crybaby loved it.
No,
Maybe Adonis thought everybody
no.
loved it that he was doing.
Oh no, he was.
What did he do to be a bully?
He was just a bully. He was. Oh, everybody scared death of him.
Really?
Yeah, but Danny Spivey beat the shit out of him in the ring. I remember that.
So was Adonis tough?
Yes.
Was he?
But Danny Spivey on that day, Adrian tried to leg dive him, but he forgot Danny was left-handed. And he popped him and he busted him up and woo. Or as Dutch would say, I heard.
Huh.
Good rip. No, Adrian was really good. But I was green. And he wanted to call the match. And that's Piper had to fucking get on him and say, Adrian, he needs to call these matches. And Adrian Adonis had tremendous respect for Piper. And so Adrian just shut up and let me call the matches. So were they as good? Probably no, but it helped me get better.
He wasn't always that big, was he?
No, he was about 235 when he was in Portland. Then he was Jesse Ventura's partner, and they were the East-West connection in the AWA before he went to WWE when Hogan come in and Vince went big time. And then he got heavy when they gave him the gimmick where he was effeminate. So he made a rib out of it. He just got real fat.
You ever met a bigger wacko with women than Tony Atlas?
I don't know if he's a wacko. He just had the foot fetish thing.
Did he?
Yeah. But that was common knowledge in the wrestling business.
Foot fetishes were?
I mean, with Tony.
Oh.
Tony Atlas with girls. Yeah. So if you could look it up in your sexologist dictionary, whatever you want to do, I'm not going to explain it to you. And
did you ever do anything with Tony? Like, did you go out with Tony, party with Tony? Any stories?
No,
I
worked with Tony. I saw Tony at a convention. The last convention I was at, he was there. He looks great. Jesus Christ.
He's got the big arms?
Oh, yeah. They didn't shrink any. But I remember Pez Watley got his job. We were in ICW, and Pez was going to be running one of the towns. And Bob Roop called him. Bob Roop was in Atlanta. And Paul Orndorff had bit Tony's ear off, part of his ear. And they was fighting.
Yeah.
And there wasn't no rules. And Paul was a badass. And then Paul bit part of Tony's ear off. So he had to go to the hospital, and he was out for a while. So they needed an Afro-American. So all of a sudden they said, Pez, if you can make this town tomorrow, you're in. Pez said, I'll be there. So Pez.
Is that when he left ICW?
Yeah. In the middle.
Wow.
He took his car and drove to wherever he was at, and Pez was in.
Wow.
And then, of course, Randy was mad. Then he goes, I said, Randy, what the hell? He's got a chance. He goes, you're right. What the hell? So Pez was a superstar on WTBS. So he got a good run out of that.
He got heat.
But anyway.
Did he ever go back to ICW? He got heat for that. He was done.
Who's that?
Pez.
No, but they'd love to have Pez back because then he had nationwide exposure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No, yeah. You just got. Hey, when the run's there, you got to take it. It might not ever happen. And Tony, I remember I worked the first Omni show. It was me and Ted Oates, and we were the Hollywood Blondes, the second version after Jerry Brown and Buddy Roberts were the first one, and then Austin and Pillman were the third ones for the Hollywood Blondes. And I think it was Tommy Rich and me and Ted Oates against Tommy Rich and Tony Atlas. Yeah, it was my first show on the Omni in 1984.
Dennis Ramsey, shotgunning questions. Dennis, you got to become a member, man, to shotgun these questions like this. George Handel Steele, you already talked about wrestling with him, I think.
Yeah, that was in Allentown.
How about Rocky Johnson? Ever wrestled Rocky Johnson?
No, we was in Nashville together. And then when I was teaching the WWE guys, he come into OVW. And,
I remember that.
And then Rocky he got in trouble. Well, we all get in trouble.
He trained for a while, right? And then he got let go or something?
Well, he was, let's just say Rocky's quite the ladies' man.
Yeah.
So I ain't mad at him. He always looked great. He produced The Rock. When we was in Nashville, I hung out with him some there at the hotel. He'd tell stories, and I was still half marked, so I just loved him because he could really tell some stories. Don't know if any of them were true, but I was thoroughly entertained. But what the hell, right?
Ellis looks like a dude you don't mess with still on this day. Yeah. Pez left ICW in May 1983 to go to Georgia Championship Wrestling. Is that true?
He left. No. That ain't right.
That's what Poffo Maniac said. He's the big
No,
ICW
that
guy.
ain't right.
Uh-oh.
Because I left in April of '83, and Pez had already been gone. Pez was already in Atlanta.
Got some controversy here on the
Well,
Wrestling
I
with Rip.
was there. But the thing about Pez, next time I saw Pez, he had 2 Lincolns. Oh, yeah.
Big Al Robinson, when you worked behind the scenes in ICW, did you learn all that on the fly, or did you pick it up from working other territories?
What do you mean? Is he
know.
talking about learning on the fly?
ICW, I guess. Were you just learning on the fly in ICW? Did you do a lot behind the scenes? I don't know what he's talking about.
A lot of times I had to run the towns. So I'd go and tell guys what to do. I'd settle up the box office. If there's any trouble at the show, I handled it. That's what I was taught. You know, I lived with Randy. I'd go with him. And he says, okay, I'm running this show in Owensboro. You run this show in Hazard, Kentucky. I said, okay. What do you do? Well, do whatever's right. Take the money back and whatever. Gotcha. What I do? Shut up and did what I was supposed to do and learned.
Greg Smith in the house. He's on the live, Rip. What's up, guys? I actually caught the live stream today. Greg, we just filmed episode 48. Your name was mentioned probably about 5 times. We said, man, Greg Smith will be able to answer these questions.
Yeah, we couldn't answer. So we said, well, hell, Greg will answer.
So make sure you watch if I get it out on Monday, I should make sure you watch it and answer those questions for us that we have in the episode 48. Frank's Pickle Barrel. Do you remember any of those specific questions? I don't.
Pickle Barrel?
No, for Greg Smith, when we kept saying Greg Smith will know.
Hell, I can't remember. That was a while ago.
Yeah, it's like 30 minutes ago.
That's what I said. I got the short-term memory shit. Did I close the garage door? Did I zip? Every time I leave the house in the garage, I'll watch it go down. I'll get down to the stop sign. I says, well, did it go down all the way or did it come
Why don't
back?
you just sit there and watch it go all down all the
I
way?
do, but then I can't remember. What a rib. Wait till you get old.
I'm never getting old. Love Big John Studd. You ever work with him? Never hear stories about the big guy.
I was in a lot of shows with him, but I never worked with him. No.
What was he like?
He always stayed in character.
Did he?
Most everybody all the time stayed in character. Like if you was Big John Studd, if you was Kamala, he just beat Kamala. And Kamala they always had him in a separate dressing room.
Oh, yeah.
Like with Watts, though, he'd be there putting his makeup on and everything because Lawler painted him up the first time, and Jimbo had to learn to paint himself. It wasn't like Friday would paint him or whatever, but he would put all of his makeup on, his star here and everything. He had it down. But that Kamala was a man. He had some great success with that.
King Jerry Lawler. Was Jerry a good wrestler?
He was a great wrestler. One of the most talented performers that was ever in the business. He was light as a feather. He could work with anybody. If you wanted to brawl, you could brawl. If you wanted technical wrestling, he could do that. He could work babyface. He could work heel. He's just an awesome performer.
Did you ever wrestle him?
Yeah. I was on a dream match years ago with Ole. They brought Memphis guys in. That's when they was bringing guys in from different territory. But I was with him in we had a 6-man tag. I can't remember who it was, but Lawler was one of the baby faces. Then we split off in the house shows and we worked around with that. Yeah. That was in like 1984, early 85, whatever the hell it was.
Wow. Hey, Greg Smith, are you still on here? I remember one of the questions we had. Greg Smith, if you're on there, give me a yes.
Now you go sit there going,
Poffo Maniac said, I am the expert, Rib. Check my website, May 1983.
I was gone and Pez was already gone before that. So fuck your being a goddamn expert. I was goddamn there and I know when I fucking left.
Fuck your website.
Fuck your website. Unless you got a green by your name. Has he got green by his name?
No.
Oh, well, fuck it then. Poffo Maniac.
Yeah. Greg Smith, I saw, I think Santino Marella just signed with Impact or whatever. And then I saw Zack Ryder or Matt Cardona just trademarked the Zack Ryder name. How are those open? I thought WWE owned those names. I thought, did they not pay year to year? Or how does Zack Ryder name now be available where he can trademark that name? Any idea?
We're just going to sit here and wait till he answers the question.
No, we're going to go through the rest of the shit. Were you there when Harley Race ribbed Rocky Johnson and Bob Armstrong by throwing a rubber snake into the room and turning off the light, causing Bullet to scuff up Rocky's new boots?
No, I wasn't there.
You ever hear that story?
Mm-mm. Well, it was a big thing. Rocky was always scared of snakes, so everybody would do the snake.
Oh, he was scared of snakes?
Yeah, and he was really scared.
We can get you something to eat there, Rip.
Oh.
Frank's Pickle Barrel asks, Chopper, can you help my 3 daughters with their homework? I can only do math, man. I can do math. You pay me enough, I can help them with their math. Rip, the King Kong Bundy did you ever wrestle King Kong Bundy?
No,
Rip?
we rode together in Louisiana.
Well, you said in that one battle royal, hit him over the head with the chair.
Oh, yeah, I hit him with the chair.
Yeah.
And then I threw it back to him, and he was mad because he had the big knot on his head. And I jumped over the top rope, ran back to the dressing room.
It's awesome.
God damn it, you got me, you fucker. I was always wanting to check out the women. Bunny's always wanting to check out what kind of pizzas they had. Everybody had. He went like the extra thick ones. He'd eat a whole pie by himself. He always call him a pie. Let's get a pie.
Greg Smith said Lawler threw the best working punches. Bobby Eaton was great at that too.
No.
Uh-oh.
No, Lanny Poffo had the best right hand ever.
You think so?
Yeah. Lawler was the gimmick, the gimmick pull. Lanny Poffo was so measured, but he learned it from Jeff Porks. But then he took it above that. He can punch you in the nose, not touch you, in the jaw, anywhere. He was so fucking good. Of course, I probably worked with Lanny 300 times. I think about 200 I was the test dummy. So he was always getting me until he got great. But once he got great, you never lose that touch of a punch. But Lawler's got a great one, but Lanny Poffo's is all he'd had was not the push that Lawler had.
Yeah. Is Rip going to be in the Rumble this year? Are you one of the surprise entrants in the Royal Rumble?
That would be a real surprise if I could walk to the ring or actually get in there.
There's no way you'd ever get thrown over the top rope.
Well, I could go over the top rope. I just couldn't get in the ring.
No way.
Well, that's all a rib. All I'm gonna do is leaning.
You can't lean over to pick up something off the floor. How are you gonna lean over the top rope?
It sounded good, didn't it?
My God.
Well, Vince sent me $5,000 and a ticket and put me out there, and let's see what happens. Chahay.
Greg Smith says WWE probably didn't renew the trademark. They have to renew trademarks every few years. They let a few lapse, but WWE doesn't let many of them go. That's what I was saying, probably.
Well, you should. How come you always know all this stuff?
I'm smart, Rip. I try to find like real answers and stuff. You usually just throw out a bunch of shit. I like to.
Well,
I like facts.
Maybe you give me shitty questions.
They're asking the questions. Zach wife I saw sign with WWE. Maybe so Zach at Rumble. Maybe. I don't know if she really signed. That's all speculation, I think. Greg Smith said Lanny was great. Lanny looked like he knocked guys' heads off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Who was tougher, Animal or Hawk of the Road Warriors?
Hawk. And Hawk was funnier than shit.
Robert Gibson was telling a story where him and Ricky said they went and shot pool all the time after shows. And so they were some local place winning money and started getting heat from the locals.
Oh, yeah.
He said he could just feel them start coming closer. And all of a sudden he heard Water Rush, and it was Animal coming in and making the save. Animal came in and saved him. He said the place cleared after Animal walked in.
I remember I was working for Ollie. This 84. We were working in Cleveland. It was fucking sold out. Animal walks up to me. Me and Tommy Rich was supposed to be on last. He said, "Do you care if we went on last?" I said, "Ollie, you care if they go on last?" I said, "But I get the main event pay, right?" He goes, "Yeah." I said, "Well, hell yeah. I'm going to get the fuck out of here. Jesus Christ." Because when we were Cleveland, we go stay at Ox Baker. Ox Baker had the illegitimate kid, whatever. We stayed at her house for free all the time, but she'd always do that. So we went to Foxy Oxy's. So that was cool.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Lanny was incredible athletic too. He was a good or better than Randy as a worker, in my opinion.
No.
It's
Lanny,
his opinion, Rip.
Okay.
His opinion.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
He did add my opinion.
Okay. So in other words, it doesn't matter. Yeah. You're right. No, you're right. It's your opinion. Okay.
It does matter. It's Greg Smith. He's one of our biggest supporters. It matters, Rip. It's just you just don't agree with his opinion.
Yeah.
There you go.
Because Lanny was great, but there's only one Randy.
I just think he meant it differently.
Yeah, I did.
Than that. They changed Rumble. Instead, Rip has to be thrown in the ring instead of thrown out of the ring.
Oh.
They got to try to throw you in the ring.
Well, they could throw me in the ring. I could roll in, and that'd be it. And it's all then lights out. Whatever.
That would be awesome. I was wondering whether Santino was going to be able to use the name on Impact. I think they said it though, right? So I think you can. I think that's how they introduced him.
And yeah, they knew. And Nancy, they didn't say it was Anthony Corelli. It was Santino Marella.
I mean, you could just text him and ask him, Rip. It'd be the easiest thing. Hey, how did you get to use Santino Marella? People are dying to know, like
now,
Von Lilas.
If I call him, is it long distance going across to Canada? On my phone?
I don't know.
I don't know. I ain't gonna do that one.
Well, text him. He called me when he came on the show, and nothing happened. I talked to him for a long time. I never got any.
Wait a minute. Okay, let me.
I mean, if it does, I'm not paying for it. But
well, I'm just gonna text him, so I ain't gonna pay shit.
Well, it'll take you an hour and a half to text him.
Well, just keep talking.
Subscribe to all the famous Kentville folk artists. Dennis Ramsey, do the fine abstract art also. Dennis Ramsey on there plugging his own shit, it looks like.
Some I got to.
Randy was much better at a promo. Yep. You like Ben Hameen with hair in OVW or bald? Great question, Pickle. I like him bald better. Ben Hameen with or without hair, Rip? What do you prefer?
I like him without hair.
We both like him without hair. Randy was much better at total package. Randy's intensity was unmatched. Agree. What's IMHO stand for? In my
humble
opinion.
I just text Santino. I says, call me. I'm on podcast. So we'll see if he does. He might be doing.
Stick the bill on you. It doesn't matter. I think if it costs money, it's going to cost either way. Like he calls you or you call him.
Oh,
just an FYI. It's not like back in the day when it was long distance and whoever made the call gets charged.
Because I remember that time Cornette was talking to Rene Dupree and something about the phone thing, and he had a big phone bill. So Jimmy had a fit about that. I would have too.
Brad Armstrong, in my opinion, was so overlooked. And why didn't he have an NWA title run at Flair?
Why did he?
Why did he not? Why did Brad Armstrong not get a title run? Or at least try to get the title?
I know when he was in Watts, he had Watts' top belt. And I remember years ago, Brad did have a NWA title thing. Sometimes they would put it in the Georgia towns to see how it would draw. Then they would take it if it did above average of what the average house would. Then they would run it like Cleveland, Toledo, Pittsburgh, and stuff like that.
You know if he ever did it with a Flair?
He probably. I'm trying to think of the years I get.
He's saying no, I guess, but
maybe. Well, I don't know. Brad would know, but I don't. But you always know what happens to you, and most of the stuff. There's so much shit going on, you don't really pay attention to the dates and everything. But I know I was at IC. I left ICW after Pez did.
Who watches Impact? No one from WWE will see it. I'll tell you who watches Impact. Ben McLean is Buckshot Kid, BSK, baby, in this chat right now, or at least he was. He's a big Impact fan. We're huge Impact fans because we love Mickie James. We love Gail Kim. We love Deonna Purrazzo. So don't come on here knocking Impact. We love him, right, Rip?
Hey, we love AEW. We love Impact. We love anything where any guys can get a job in pro wrestling and do what they love.
There we go. We are just total baby faces here at Wrestling with Rip Rogers. Rip ever wrestles superstar Billy Graham?
No, wish I did. No. But I got an autographed picture of him.
That's right.
Went out.
It's in that closet.
Is it? I wonder what happened to it. I can't remember. But it's got all the names on it.
Yeah.
Can you pull out that closet?
Yeah.
Can you pull out? And we'll talk about all the people on there. Most of them are dead. Like Gorilla Monsoon, Lou Albano. This was like 1977 when I was wrestling in Allentown. Got the picture of superstar Billy Graham and all the guys in the dressing room. They all autographed it for me. It was awesome. Larry Zbyszko was pretty much a rookie.
Greg Smith said that Armstrong had a run with the Fullers as their champion. And then we got to see How did Rip get the name Rip?
Okay, wait a minute. I got you my Doritos.
Oh my God, it's gonna be the most annoying episode ever.
Well, it's hard to chew with no teeth.
Well, yeah, you could just eat after the show.
Mm-hmm. But, I kill my gimmick. Okay, now let's go to 1978. I'm working for Nick Goulas. I quit working Nick Goulas. So Angelo Poffo, Randy and Lanny's dad, they called Frankie Kane in Mississippi. Now, I got the number from Michael Hayes and Terry Gordy, the Freebirds. So Angelo called and talked to Frankie Kane, who was the great Mephisto. And Mephisto saw me, and he said I reminded him of Eddie Graham. Eddie Graham was the first Rip Rogers in Texas in 1955. So because I reminded the great Mephisto, Frankie Kane, of Buddy Rogers, or Eddie Graham, I was now Rip Rogers. So I've been Rip Rogers since January of 1979. So I've been Rip Rogers longer than I've been Mark Shiro. But that's how I got my name. So we got does Vince McMahon watch Impact? That's what Ben's asking. No, Vince don't watch anybody's program. No, he has other people watch it and whatever. You find my picture yet with superstar Billy Graham? It was in a frame, like that thing with Bugsy McGraw right there. It was in a frame, so it must be gone. Maybe somebody stole it. Maybe somebody paunched it. Maybe you might have had a yard sale and sold it, and made millions of dollars.
Oh, here it is.
Here it is. Okay, here's a picture of Soup. Let me see if you can see it this way. No, see it this way. Yeah,
this camera.
I got it right here. Here's a picture with me, and it's right there. Now I can't see what I'm looking at. Okay, well they can see. No, it's on here. It's on here. Here's superstar Billy Graham. Now, Freddie Blassie, George Animal Steele, the Captain Lou Albano, B.B. Coleman, all the top stars. A lot of guys I can't. The Grand Wizard, Ernie Roth, Silvano Sousa, Joe Turco, Bob Backlund, Pete Doherty. Most of these guys I can't even read.
So you're just reading names to these people.
Yeah, is what it is. Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, but most of these guys I'm talking about, they're all dead now.
That's what I'm saying.
Gorilla Monsoon. All these people autographed this picture to me in 1977 when I was doing TV in Allentown and the old Philadelphia Arena for WWF. So I remember going up to Monsoon. He'd pay you off in $100 bills. That was fucking awesome.
At Ben McClain, guess you weren't paying attention when Vince had Mickie James in the Rumble last year when she was the knockout champion for Impact. Yeah. Hey, we're getting heat in here. We're getting heat in the chat, Rip. We got heat in the chat.
Heat with what?
Nothing. Rip, would you wrestle Buckshot Kid for charity?
How much you paying me?
The better Impact's found a way. Angle. David Linville in the house. It's been said that Randy stayed in character in and out of the ring. Truth to that, was he really intense? Or he was really intense when I met him in the ICW event.
The only time I ever seen Randy out of character was when his little dog died. And he cried for about a minute, and all of a sudden, well, I guess I got to get a new one. So then he got backup dog. But he kept but he had a home plate, and he put it on the wall with the dog's tags.
Really?
Yeah, and it always stayed up on the wall there. One of the walls he didn't punch out, but what the hell, right?
Frankie Kane, the great
Mephisto.
Oh, yeah, Mephisto.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Any towns you had to leave right after the match so the fans wouldn't get a hold of you, Rip?
Well, a lot of times, especially when, like, if you work for Bill Watts, they'd be waiting but they all be waiting in the parking lot. They knew where the heel's at, because the cops would always be around the heel's car to get you out of there. So I remember one time I had Bundy in the car. Bundy's a big heel. So they got my van and they're pushing my fucking van. It's leaning teeter-totters for the
Do you
cops.
remember where this was? What town?
New Orleans, Louisiana. Yeah, that was the most dangerous town. That was Watts. They ran it every Monday night. And New Orleans was like Memphis. It was just a great drawing town. We worked 3 different buildings there. And I worked 2 Superdome shows there. And one of them, they had like 36,000 people there. But the thing about it, it wasn't like WWE where they work WrestleMania here, but they don't have wrestling in that town for 2 years. Then it's a big thing. Everybody comes. This is where they're in New Orleans every Monday night. And in every 12 weeks, Watts would have a Superdome show. And he'd get a couple matches from like the Superstation, WTBS. Maybe bring the Road Warriors in. He'd bring Tommy Rich in. He'd bring Ted DiBiase in or whatever like that. And then he would bring the Von Erichs in, and Kamala was in Dallas. So the Dallas TV was real strong in Watts' territory. So a lot of towns, him and Fritz were business partners in. So when he had booked the guys off, so there you go into the big Superdome show, there might be 12 matches and 6 of them would be Watts' guys. But then you'd have let's say as Ronnie Garvin against Ole Anderson was hot on TBS cable, he'd work Garvin there, and the Von Erichs were working with the Freebirds. They'd all come there, and he'd pay a booking fee to Ole for using his guys. But that was like Ole was the first with Barnett was the first to have the nationwide cable. When Vince got the nationwide cable, and he started going to the other territories and running against them. But Ole wouldn't do that because he was NWA. So he might come in for a booking fee, but then he would bring some of his guys, and then Fritz was business partners with lots, and so he would get a booking fee too. So all promoters would change guys, so everybody made more money.
Nice. Let's get the finger. Pete Doherty, was he on your picture, Rip? I don't know where that came from. Maybe I missed it.
Yes.
Pete Doherty was in No Holds Barred, I guess, a movie. Rest in peace, Jay Briscoe. Rip, you ever met him? Yeah, we talked about him on the show we just recorded. Rest in peace, Jay Briscoe. That was tragic. I don't think you've ever met him, right, Rip?
No, I didn't.
No.
Baron Mikel Cicluna was on here. One of the old WWF guys. Silvano Souza, old WWF guy. Larry Zbyszko right there. Bob Backlund, former champion. Pete Doherty right
Maybe
there.
we should sell that thing. Let's sell that, Rip.
Okay, let's sell it.
Now, so you were just a green guy in the locker room and got all these guys to sign it? Is that what happened?
Yeah. And then when we
They didn't give you any shit? Like,
no, they
fuck
knew
you,
I was a
Mark.
mark.
Yeah.
They knew they went to the Lincoln Hotel, and I can't remember who it was.
You were wrestling, right?
Yeah, but they took my trunks and jock strap and everything, and we was at the Lincoln Hotel, and on the chandelier there was all my stuff at the top. It was awesome. They would pick on you, but if they pick on you, they rib you. That means they liked you. And I was fucking all right. I can't believe that. Fucking Captain Lou's laughing. He's got my underwear, and he had my fucking underwear over his fucking head. What a fucking rib, huh? He was fucking awesome. To get shit like this, and I was just I'd have fucking paid them to let me fucking wrestle.
Is Captain Lou on there?
No, it's a picture of Superstar, but
I'm in the autograph.
Yes,
Greg Smith says so many of this
Toru Tanaka.
So many of the signatures on there,
Captain
guys,
Lou
passed
Albano
away.
right there. See the captain, Lou Albano?
Yeah.
Right there.
Awesome. Lanny said that Randy wanted part of his ashes spread where his dog Hercules' ashes were spread. He told Lanny, it's good enough for Hercules, it's good enough for me.
Okay.
What's the most tail you got in a day on the road, Rip?
I think it was 3 in one day.
3 in a day, not bad.
Yeah. But nothing like Dylan Bostic. No, Dylan. Oh no. I think Dylan got 6 that one day.
Rip.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts about that hit piece documentary WWE did on Randy? I remember hearing you weren't happy with it, but I don't remember you talking about it. I thought it was crap.
Was that the thing was it WWE or was it on Reels or one of them the things where they would do all this?
I guess WWE did one, but
they did a lot of stuff with guys. Like he would have that some girls after Liz,
Oh, I did see parts of that where
and they was knocking him or whatever. And these girls were part of his life for a cup of coffee.
yeah.
So they were just trying to be star timing it and get themselves over. And Randy was deceased, so he can't, how the hell is he supposed to defend himself?
Yeah.
So they can kiss my ass on all them shows that do nothing but negative shit. Excuse me, fuck you, piss on you, stick it up your ass, die.
Somebody came in the old Lila Studios and did a documentary on Savage and filmed you like all day long, but I never saw it.
I never seen it, but Lanny called me up and said it was all good. So what the hell, right?
I wish we could watch it. Wasn't that on Heel or something? What was that on?
Was it Heels
Spy or what was that called? Something.
I can't remember. But I remember I made sure no matter what they asked me, whatever the question was, I ain't gonna take no fucking cheap shots. Fuck that.
Has anybody out there seen the documentary on Savage that Rip was a part of? It would have been Rip and Lanny, basically, from what I gathered.
Well, Lanny lives in Ecuador now, so.
Well, it doesn't matter. He could still be been on the documentary.
I just made a fucking comment, and why did you say, "Oh, that's cool"? He's living in Ecuador
that's cool.
now.
I thought you were saying, well, he couldn't be on the thing because he was in
No.
Ecuador.
Hell no.
I have a Bruno Antonio Rocca autograph, 1962.
Wow, awesome. Shit, I had my picture with Bruno when he come in to work for Bruiser, and I had a bunch of pictures with him, and they went down with my fucking thing in the basement when I lost all my pictures and everything with the flood.
Well, you said all those were lost in the flood. Now they're in my studio.
Brandywine, Maryland. Don't know who that is. So,
You just
okay.
answered it.
Now, all right. Now
You said all that was lost in the flood. Now it's
well,
all
I thought
sitting
it
right
was,
there.
but I guess some of it wasn't. But that's good because I thought I lost everything.
The miser chased the guy. The miser chased the guy all through the gym. Security from ICW got in between the miser and the guy before something bad happened. David Linville must have been a part of the old ICW. Something.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Greg Smith saw the one with Rip. What was it? What was it on? Greg Smith. Can we still watch it? What was it on? I'd like to see it. That was filmed at my house.
Yeah, it was at the old Lila Studios.
Mm-hmm. Randy's mom was on it.
I remember they paid me a whole bunch of money because they made it. I think it was the first market was Australia.
Yeah, they paid me not a whole bunch of money, but I did at least get paid for it.
Yeah, okay.
Let us know, Greg. I'd love to be able to see that. Never saw it. Oh, T Weasel finally got out of bed. T Weasel in the house. T Weasel hoping every one of my fans a great weekend.
Why would you put him over? Why would you say T Weasel's in
He's your
the
best
house?
friend. He's your childhood best friend, man.
I thought Eric Jimenez was. You told me.
Well, you didn't know him as a childhood best friend.
Well, you're the one that
Eric
said.
Jimenez is your son now, currently.
No, Dylan's my current son now.
Look at that picture, Rip. You know those people?
Yeah.
This was out of your box. Nick Nemeth right there.
Yeah.
Tank Tolan. There's Danny Basham, Johnny Jeter,
All the top stars.
Cage, Ken Anderson,
There's what's his face?
Idol,
What's his face?
Capitelli.
The guy that hooked Kurt Angle.
Oh, Daniel Pewter.
Yeah, Pewter.
I don't know any of those girls. Melissa Coates. I don't
Yeah.
know those other two though.
Yeah, I remember.
Oh, that's Mickey James right there, isn't it?
Yeah.
There-
There's Jeter.
There's what's his name's girl. Robbie Daubers. Does like fitness stuff now or whatever.
Is that Jennifer?
Yeah, I don't remember her name there, but there's what's his name? Boogeyman, isn't it?
Yeah, Boogeyman, right.
Boogeyman. Look at that. All the top stars Rip used to train. Hell of a class there.
I forgot about that picture. Imagine that.
Amazon Prime, he said. I
can't
think it was on
remember.
Reels originally. Amazon Prime.
Yeah,
Sweet.
Reels.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
check that out. Amazon Prime. Sorry. Go to Amazon Prime. Check out Rip. I don't even know what it's called. Manny says predicting Roman Reigns victory. Bloodline rules. When is the Royal Rumble? Is that this weekend?
You think I would know?
When's the Royal Rumble? Well, you're in it, Rip. Remember?
Oh, well, I haven't been booked yet. I guess you'll have to give me the late night thing. Come up, get in, get out. Don't get hurt. Get my payday. You'd be all, where's it at? Where's my Royal Rumble at?
I don't know. No idea. I tried to watch AEW last night. I mean, it wasn't on last night, but from the night before. I got through some of it. Wasn't terrible, I guess. A lot of action. MJF, though, I think, Rip, I said this on the show earlier. I think MJF watches our show for sure because he said, I've been online. I hear people saying that I don't have the cardio. I don't have the stamina. I can't do this, can't do that. I think he watches our show and because I've said that about him.
Well, everything you say always comes true. So what the hell?
Pretty much. Rip, did you train Jason Jett in OVW?
I remember the name. Can I place him? No.
First of all, he put Jason Jett Skyfire. So Jason Jett and Seth Skyfire weren't the same people.
Right.
Jason Jett, was that the same as Jason Jaguar? Remember Jason Jaguar? Yeah. What was his? Remember they named him at one of the shows. They had the fans like vote on his name. They picked Jaguar. I don't remember Jason Jett. I know Seth Skyfire.
Yeah.
But not Jason Jett. Or Damien, a.k.a. Brian, who was part of the Disciples of Sin. I think.
That was Brian. What's his face? And he lives in. I think he lives in West Virginia. And I knew him from years ago before OPW.
Yeah. Jason Jett was Easy Money in ECW.
Easy Money, ladies and gentlemen.
I think Easy Money he came in for a minute, I think, out of what was the other one? Like Cincinnati, the other developmental.
Oh, with Les?
Yeah. What was that called?
Heartland Radio or Heartland Radio? What in Heartland?
Was it Heartland?
I think it was Heartland.
I think he came in for a while for Mitt. I don't know if he was ever signed, but
because they had the guys from Memphis and the guys from Heartland come in. Because the one from Cincinnati was 110, only 110 miles from Louisville. That one was too close.
Yeah,
you know.
Frank's Pickleberry asked a lot of sex questions. Rip, you ever bang any waitresses at truck stops in Bordentown, New Jersey in the 80s? No, you might be my real dad.
No, I don't know where that.
Is that how your mom got knocked up at a truck stop? That's pretty impressive. She tell you that story?
If you're good looking, maybe I'm your daddy.
Julio De Niro, don't know what that means. That was when the guy reached down from the bleachers and tried to take his mask off. The miser. Okay.
Oh. I guess he didn't get it.
Did miser ever get unmasked, Rip?
Yeah, he had like the hair against a mask against somebody, and then he lost, and then they took it off, and my God, it was Angelo Poffo. And after that, he just worked as Angelo Poffo.
So they knew that. I mean, that was the miser. They knew Angelo Poffo.
Well, Angelo Poffo was a nationwide star years and years ago on the Dumont Network in the 50s when he was a school teacher, and then when Lanny graduated from high school in 1973. That's when he started working full time, and Angelo and then Randy would wrestle in the off. He was playing pro baseball in the minor leagues, and he'd become a wrestler. He'd be like he was Randy Poffo, and then he would wrestle under the hood as the Spider, and he was real skinny.
Jason Jett was him in WCW. Then he went to ECW afterward. Then OVW briefly, possibly, as you mentioned. Yep, I think that's right. Either way, they speak very highly of Rip.
No, I can't blame them. You know, I probably if they was lazy, and I'd call them lazy. If they was fat, I called them fat. If they was not straight, I would call them something that wasn't straight.
But they speak highly of you, meaning you probably didn't call them any of that stuff.
No. Because when I do it, it was like a rib.
Yeah.
I was just highly motivated.
No Turbo and Floyd in here today, man.
Well, you know, Randy's probably King in there. Then you had to get Chili's girlfriend laughing. You know how to get me going, throwing that mocha on there, don't you?
I think we're about out of here.
Huh? We just started.
Well, an hour ago, 54 minutes ago. Yeah.
seemed like we just
Questions
got
are
on
coming
here.
in. We're finishing this thing up, man.
You ever bang a guy that owned a Cadillac? Huh? No, not might be my dad.
Carl Brown in the house. You're a little late, Carl. We're getting out of here. Hey, did you guys get a notification from YouTube today by chance? Anybody get a notification that we were going live? I put it in StreamYard before. I made a post through YouTube that we were going live. And then, of course, we went live. Did you get a notification on any of those three by chance?
Santino called me back.
We
I'm in a meeting at the moment in an hour. Okay. No. But Santino did call back. He's going to ask me about his name.
Yeah.
All right. I'll say, oh, no, fuck off. Whatever.
Oh, have him call you. Thanks for the show, guys. Yes, I did. Chopper Go notice, got a notification. All right. Some of the notifications are coming out. That's good. Good to hear, guys. Thanks for letting me know. Been a problem with some people getting notifications. Go to that first page, click on where you subscribe, go down.
Am I going to be here in an hour? He says call back in an hour, but am I going to be?
Well, you can answer it anywhere. You don't have to be here to answer it. Then you'll know
for the
next.
I was going to tape it or whatever. So,
well, no, we're not going to be doing this in an hour.
Okay, then no. In a meeting at the moment. Is an hour okay? No, never mind.
Oh my God.
Well, what?
Well, you can still get the information like, hey, how do you get to use that name instead of sitting here for an hour waiting on it?
Well, I'll just text him. Okay, I'll text him that then. But the thing is, you pulled out some old pictures, and I got the picture superstar Billy Graham with autographs on that. Most of the guys that autographed it, they're all fucking croaked and everything, so that's cool. Grand Wizard, dead. Tor Tanaka, same. Freddie Blassie, Captain Lou Albano, Baron Mikhail Cicluna.
Rip versus Owen Hart at WCW. I got that. Also, Liza, that helps if people on mobile PC don't have YouTube open already. If so, most times won't show. Well, I can't do anything about that. Cable went nationwide. Georgia expanded Ohio and Michigan. Did you help with the promotions? Hara Arena recently.
Oh, that
was destroyed.
They used to run Hara Arena. That was in Dayton. I think it was every Tuesday night with the Sheik's territory. And then I remember we ran it for WCW. We ran at the University of the university there. But because I remember what's his face? The Undertaker was Mean Mark there.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember dressing there and he was Mean Mark there. But Hara Arena used to be a big wrestling town, and they worked there every Tuesday night for Sheik.
Is Romer going to make an appearance on the podcast? Haven't seen him since his health scare. Yeah, where's Romer at, man?
Well,
why don't we get Romer over here?
Well, last night he's got this girl he sees on the side, and he's got these love beads. He inserts in her and pulls them out, pop, 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 pop. And then she has to take him out to eat and do his laundry and treat him like a king because he's Romeo the King.
So what do you do? What's he doing right now? Do you think he's doing that?
He's probably eating. He's always eating because remember, he couldn't eat. And he lost about 30 pounds, but now he's gained 40.
Do you ever ask him to come over anymore?
Yeah, but he
just says no. He gives you a hard no.
No, he didn't want to promise anything because he took off to be with the broad last night. I was over last night, and Dylan called. So and Romer had to go. He had to be at that girl's house at 9. So I told him to be fashionably late so she'd be mad and he could dominate more when it was time.
So he can at least eat now, right?
Oh, he has to eat all of it. Hell, he'd be eating the Chinese buffet to get home and start cooking a steak. I said, damn.
All right, Greg, we'll get him on, man. We'll get Romer back in here. He's always Romer's always good entertainment.
All the top stars.
All the top stars.
It's just last weekend we did some stuff on ICW and Nick Goulas for Rock Parsons for the streaming thing, what do you call it, the Hulu and other kind of shit that I don't understand, but we was on there.
When's that come out? You know,
it's some things for Dick the Bruiser's territory. We had some matches on with that, and did voiceovers, and they'd do talk between segments and stuff, and then they did some ICW stuff too.
Wow, cool.
It's busy being over.
You guys are over.
Like it.
So swole that I can't get the shit closed.
Coming right up on an hour. Look at that. It's gonna be perfect timing almost.
You were right there, and you said we wasn't gonna do it. It had to be a short show, or was that the other show?
Oh, there's the other show.
Now, do we have more to do, or was this it, or?
I mean,
we
could go on TikTok.
Big gold and a billfold. So
Peace.
swole that I can't
Like,
get the shit
subscribe,
closed.
smash,
So
all that
I
good
money
stuff.
fold,
Subscribe.
rubber band
Remember.